Swadika, good morning and welcome to Newsline. My name is Cholapan Sanarula. Great to be with you this morning. The program is broadcasted live on NBT Radio Thailand FM 88 and also on NBT World. It's Monday's edition, January 12, 2015. His Majesty the King assigned a royal representative to present gifts to children who accompanied their parents to sign Get Well books at the Hall of 100th Year Sirirat Hospital. Mr. Disatan Wataro Thai, a Grand Chamberlain, was designated by His Majesty the King to distribute royal gifts to the children who came to sign their wishes for His Majesty's speedy recovery and strong health. After the signing of Get Well books, the children were invited to a lucky draw for a piece of royal gifts, which included sets of DVD containing the story of Mahachanok animation and other products from Pufa royal shops such as dolls, shirts, cotton bags and key rings. Despite the holiday, a lot of people poured into Sirirat Hospital over the weekend to extend their wishes for the King's strong health and longevity and to present garlands, vases of flowers and souvenirs to His Majesty the King. And now let's have a look at today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. This Wednesday, the Tourism Authority of Thailand will hold the Thailand Tourism Festival 2015 under the concept Gathering Thailand at Lumpini Park, which will take place this Wednesday, 14th of January until the 18th. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha will preside over the opening ceremony of the festival at the front yard of Siam Discovery Centre on the 14th of January at 6 p.m. As the government has already designated 2015 as the Discover Thailand Year, the festival will feature a spectacular cultural procession moving from the Bangkok city centre to Lumpini Park. The event at Lumpini Park will bring together cultural signatures from 5 regions of Thailand to one place. It will be therefore divided into 5 zones, including the tourism village of 5 regions where visitors will learn traditional ways of life through 5 model villages. The second zone concentrates on Thailand tourism exhibition, whereas in the third zone, visitors will be entertained to a series of stage shows from the 5 regions as well as contemporary performances. The festival will be open to the general public from 4 to 10 p.m. on weekdays and from noon to 10 p.m. at the weekends. It is expected to attract around 500,000 visitors and raise at least 250 million baht throughout the 5 days of the festival. Once again, it starts this 14th and runs until the 18th of January. The Royal Thai Embassy in London has warned Thai people in Britain to exercise caution when visiting well-known areas. The warning was announced after the gun attack in the Paris office of the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo on January 7th, in which 12 people were killed. The shooting prompted the British government to consider the possibility of raising the country's alert advice to the highest level. Britain's security-related agencies are now following the situation closely due to the fact that Britain is one of the Western countries where many people of different religions live together. Thai people living in Britain are advised to guard themselves with extreme caution when travelling to frequently visited areas and crowded places. The Royal Thai Embassy in London also suggested that they keep updated with information from the embassy. The National Reform Council has suggested that the Thai government, to launch an overhaul of the Thai capital market in a bid to boost investors' confidence. Chairman of the NRC Subcommittee on Capital Market Reform, Paiboon Nalintrangkoon, said that the council is now working on the long-term principles of the overhaul of the Thai capital market, which will be included in the new constitution. Mr. Paiboon said that details of the planned market overhaul are expected to be completed within 8 months, as required in the NRC's timeline stated in the interim charter. He added that core issues covered by the drafted principles are the restructuring and the development of Thai capital market into a regional capital market hub, the offering of financial education to all Thais, the establishment of a new independent organization to promote savings for retirement, and reform of state enterprises. Mr. Paiboon also called on the government to play down the setting up of its economic target and estimates while putting more focus on boosting investors' confidence. Moving on, the Ministry of Commerce has asked the private sector to enhance export goods value to increase the market share under the EU's new tax regulations. According to the spokesperson of the Ministry of Commerce, Kun Duangkamon Jiembut, she spoke about the European Union's termination on the Generalized Scheme of Preferences, or GSP, with Thailand from the 1st of January 2015, saying that Thailand still has not been affected as most export items have been ordered prior to the termination date. The EU has terminated GSP offerings to Thailand as the country was listed on the upper middle income rank of the World Bank for 3 consecutive years. It is expected that Thai exporters will be affected by this change in the future. Therefore, companies should adjust themselves to the situation. She said that the private sector should improve the quality of their products to enhance their values in order to increase the market share in the EU, even without GSP. Entrepreneurs should also consider moving their production bases to neighboring countries where the GSP with EU is still being offered. A lifestyle based on the self-sufficiency economy model is something many of us strive to reach for in our lives. NBT World Correspondent Kun Panotsi Sinsap traveled to Lakkhet Village, a model community that is achieving their sufficiency goal by growing their own organic fertilizer, raising their own chickens, and maintaining mushroom farms while living peaceful lives. Here's a story.
Welcome to Lakkhet Village, which is located in the valley of Pak Chong district in Nakhon Ratchasima province. Lakkhet Village occupies an area of almost 4,000 rai and is home to 700 people from 136 families. The people here live contented lives and have even scored 95% in the Gross Happiness Index, which is a solid proof that a sufficiency lifestyle can lead to great happiness. The ability of those in Lakkhet Village to implement the sufficiency economy philosophy in their everyday lives even landed them an award as second runner-up amongst outstanding sufficiency economy villages. The sufficiency economy philosophy has always been in the hearts of the people here. Mr. Suthi Wong Unjai, or Uncle Suthi, an agriculturalist in the area, said that since the founding of the village, the local people here were told always to be self-sufficient. Every family grows what they eat, such as vegetables and fruit, and try to spend the least amount of money possible. Families here do their own accounting and keep daily records on their spending. Since Lakkhet Village was awarded second runner-up in a national contest for most outstanding sufficiency economy village, it has intrigued people from many parts of Thailand to come here. People want to learn how the villagers have implemented their techniques, and then they take these strategies back to their own villages. While each home here has its own highlights, there are 3 particularly remarkable places in Lakkhet Village. At Uncle Suthi's home, his specialty is making the organic fertilizer that makes this area so fertile. Uncle Suthi explains the different processes involved in making fertilizers and was more than happy to share his formula. He even listed the ingredients, the locations where one can find them, and how to mix and mold the ingredients to become a fertilizer that anyone can use. The special fertilizer can turn hard, solid, and acidic soil into fertile agricultural land where you can grow anything and be successful. Learning the entire process usually takes about 2 days. Next, we learn how to raise chicken. If raised correctly, chickens can live up to 2 years and should be able to lay eggs every day. We also learned something unique today. Chickens love to lay eggs in the same spot, so if you are able to find them a basket that they like, chickens will queue up to lay their eggs there every day. A further highlight is the mushroom growing area, where we were taught how to prepare each bag for the mushrooms to grow on. To build this particular mushroom house costs about 3,500 baht, and if you manage to grow and harvest mushrooms in the area properly, the house has a potential to generate more than 1,000 baht of revenue per day. As each mushroom bag costs only 9 baht and will last up to 9 months, it's definitely a good investment. The people here said that they make a lot more than they spend. They buy only the items that they don't produce, like meat, salt, oil, and other seasonings, while vegetables and eggs are available free in their backyard. By coming here, you can learn so much, and these lessons can be implemented back home, not only on plantations, but in other aspects of life. It's a great way to feel satisfied with your life and be self-sufficient. Camera work by Weeradet Kochasini and Nampanot Sinsap, NBT World, Nakhon Ratchasima.
Thanks to Kun Panot from Nakhon Ratchasima. We now go to Nakhon Si Thammarat. Police have captured 98 Rohingya people bound for a third world country. The Rohingya people are being detained at Huasai District Police Station. 13 of them have been sent to a local hospital for serious illnesses and exhaustion, one of whom has died from hunger. 2 drivers have also been captured. 3 others have fled. Local people have reportedly donated food and other basic necessities to Huasai District Police Station to help Rohingyas for the time being. According to police, more human traffickers are now using the Gulf of Thailand as a transport route to avoid being captured instead of the Andaman Sea, now under close watch by authorities as it was used more frequently as a trafficker's route. Human traffickers often use southern Thailand as a transfer spot for Rohingyas who are bound for a third world country. And as it gets cool again across the country, winter clothes, particularly sweaters and jackets, have been in high demand, especially in Khon Kaen province as cold weather persists. According to the reports, the lowest temperature was recorded at 17 degrees Celsius yesterday. A number of residents flocked to Bang Lampu market in the municipality of Mueang Khon Kaen to purchase sweaters and other winter clothing offered at affordable prices. A vendor said she buys those winter clothes directly from a factory and sells them at an average price of 80 baht a piece, adding that she cannot sell them at a higher price given the local economy. She also said most of the sweaters are made from quality yarn, which can be worn year-round. Meanwhile, in the city of Bangkok, it is cooler as well. The expected high temperature today is at 29 degrees Celsius, and the mercury could be as low as 21 degrees Celsius. Pleasant weather indeed. And now to Chiang Mai. Governor of Chiang Mai, Kun Suriya Prasad Bandit, called a meeting that will lead to areas being zoned for floating sky lanterns in the province to prevent aviation risks and ensure public safety. The floating lantern, or Khom Loi in Thai, is a famous tradition in Chiang Mai which reaches its highest popularity among tourists during such celebrations on Loi Krathong and New Year festival. However, the flying lanterns frustrate flying airplanes, prompting concerns over the safety of passengers on board and also air traffic management. Therefore, the province is planning to impose a zoning regulation which divides the province into red and yellow zones. The red zone, or no flying lantern area, covers Chiang Mai Airport and its adjacent areas, while the yellow zone allows lanterns to be floated only during Loi Krathong and New Year festivals. The zoning regulation also designates 3 groups of authorities to inform the public of the new regulation: local governmental officials who will hold meetings with local residents, tourism and hotel operators who will inform tourists, and the Buddhism and Culture Office in the province to raise understanding with local temples where the lantern floating is normally done. Moreover, the Office of Public Prosecution in Chiang Mai is requested to issue an announcement controlling the sizes, types and materials to be used in lantern production in order to keep the use of sky lanterns at low risk as possible. Chiang Mai Zoo has announced that it will organize a naming contest for a baby red shank-duke monkey, the 6th of its kind in the zoo. Deputy Director of Chiang Mai Zoo, Nippon Vichayrat, said the zoo recently welcomed its new member, red shank-duke monkey, whose sex was still unknown. Its father is 6-year-old Boo and mother 5-year-old Nang. A naming contest for the baby monkey will be taking place soon as well. Red shank-duke monkeys are colorful since there are 5 colors all over their body. They live in groups and usually sleep after eating. They are found in rainforests in Laos and northern Vietnam. In Thailand, the red shank-duke monkeys can be seen in Chiang Mai and also in Chiang Mai in Chiang Mai Zoo, and also in Dusit Zoo or Khao Din in Bangkok, as well as in Khao Kia Open Zoo in Chonburi Province. And the past weekend's Children's Day in Thailand wasn't just about Thai celebrating. NBT work correspondent Joe Gershon went with a group of volunteers that included Thais and foreigners from a variety of countries to visit a low-income neighborhood in Bangkok. He brings us this story.
Thailand first held a National Children's Day in 1955, and back then it was held on the first Monday of October. Eventually, it got moved to the second Saturday of January, which is when it's celebrated each year in Thailand today. It's a time when we appreciate the youngest members of our society, who may be smaller and still learning about the world, but they deserve their day too. There were many events yesterday for Children's Day all throughout the country, and in Bangkok, one group of about 40 Thai and foreign volunteers came to an area in the old part of town, right along the train tracks. It's a lower income area, so the kids were especially happy that they weren't forgotten, and there were a lot of fun activities for them, like games, face painting, and presents at the end. There was even one volunteer who had just come to Thailand for the first time a few days before, and had just heard about the event.
This is day 3 for me in Thailand. I'm staying at the homestay hostel, and they told me one morning to meet them and we'll go on an adventure. Today has been amazing. Just being involved with the kids. Community came out with food for everyone, and it was an amazing experience.
The kids were clearly having fun. And the adults were having fun too.
It's the National Children's Day, so as you can see, we've been playing games around. We have adults acting as kids right behind me right there, and we have kids and adults playing around, and it's just a great day. It's just a great energy all everywhere around, and I'm really happy that I'm here today, even though I have to wake up at 6 in the morning. But woo! Woo! Whoa! Should I kiss the camera? It's just the day you can just have fun. Let loose, and this is all about you, and it's celebrating youth, and it's really awesome. So right now, I'm actually really glad that I'm able to give that back, the experience that I used to have when I was a child, to the children of today. They just need a bit of fun, and we provide them. We set up loads of stations. I was in charge of the obstacle course, and we had a couple of kids jumping through hoops. It's just a lot of fun.
Today is Children's Day, so it'll be a great day to come play with the kids here. Yeah!
It was all organized by the Bangkok Vanguards, a Thailand-based alternative travel and touring company that does a lot of outreach with children. The community leaders and organizers were quite pleased with the experience as well.
Today is fun, and a lot of people and many organizations have come to help us, and I would like to say thank you to all them all.
This generation rules the nation.
So although Children's Day is past now, we all must still respect the youth and nurture them well, because they'll be running things themselves in just a matter of time.
A wonderful story. So it's an activity fun for both kids and adults alike. I guess it's great to keep the inner child in you alive. And that's it for today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. We'll now have a quick break and also take a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices. After that, Newsline will return with the international news. Stay with us.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. First among them, to uphold the 3 pillars: the nation, religion, and the monarchy.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. they're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Think when you plug.
Faithful Buddhists are invited to donate to the building of a huge Buddha statue known as Praputta. It's to be constructed at Tepratan Temple, Soidao, Jantaburi. With a 20,000 baht donation, the donor's name will be engraved on the foundations of the statue. Those wishing to contribute may make their donations at the Royal Thai Embassy or at the Consulate General in each country, 7-Eleven convenience stores and stores with counter service signs, Krung Thai Bank, Siam Commercial Bank, or Bangkok Bank. Please contact the phone numbers shown for more details.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. Indonesian search teams believe they have found the fuselage of AirAsia flight QZ8501 in the Java Sea and hope calmer waters will allow divers to retrieve the black box flight recorders. 3 vessels involved in the search have detected pings about 4 kilometers from where the plane's tail was raised on Saturday in waters about 30 meters deep. The Navy divers in Jadayat State Boat have succeeded in finding a very important instrument, the black box of AirAsia QZ8501. The black boxes are in a crushed part of the aircraft debris, making it very difficult for the team of divers. If that fails, the officials said divers would lift the debris using inflatable balloons, the same technique used to lift the tail section. Millions of French citizens yesterday took part in an unprecedented march under high security to pay tribute to victims of Islamic militant attacks. French President François Hollande and leaders from Germany, Italy, Israel, Turkey, Britain and Palestinian territories, among others, moved from the central Place de la République ahead of a sea of French and other flags. Paris police said the turnout was without precedent, but too large to count. One organizer said he had indications it could be between 1.3 and 1.5 million people. Some commentators said that last street presence in the capital on this scale was at the liberation of Paris from Nazi Germany in 1944. People waved flags, cheered police vans, and at the monument at Bastille Square sang the national anthem. Some 2,200 police and soldiers patrolled Paris streets to protect marchers from would-be attackers, with police snipers on rooftops and plainclothes detectives mingling with the crowd. City sewers were searched ahead of the vigil, and underground train stations around the march route are due to be closed down. 12 people were killed in Wednesday's initial attack on Charlie Hebdo, a journal known for satirizing religions and politicians. The attackers, 2 French-born brothers of Algerian origin, singled out the weekly for its publication of cartoons depicting and ridiculing the Prophet Muhammad. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. Thank you very much for joining us. We end today with some pictures of the agricultural fair taking place in Chiang Mai province. I'm Chalaphan Sadarula. Bye-bye now. Sawasdee ka.